Nothing brings the hockey world together much like a Canada versus USA matchup. And we got a big one of those today. The Canada versus USA Summer Series for the 14th time in history. Hello and welcome inside the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. I am Dave Dawson. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday with us, afternoon, morning, evening, wherever you are tuning in from. It is the Summer Series and the U18 version of that. Canada and USA. These two teams met, well, not these two teams, these two countries met a couple months ago in Madison, Wisconsin for the Women's World Championship. Canada won that one by a score of 3-2 and took the gold medal. 7 members from that program are here from the USA, 6 from Team Canada, as Canada just finished their summer camp and have named a brand new team for the 2022-23 season. And here we go from WinSport Facilities, the gorgeous Quad Arena facilities in Calgary in southern Alberta. And as you can see between the pipes for Canada, starting off is Farrah Walker. We'll get to her stats at the whistle. As USA, a little bit of zone time pressure. And on the wall is Charlotte Pickenhagen from Toronto. Brings it in, dumps it in on the goaltender for America. That's Annalise Bergman. She was one of the top goaltenders from that U18 World Championships and one of 7 members that have made the trip up here north of the border. USA, an early change, and it's Piper Grober had 4 points, 3 goals, and 1 assist in that Women's Worlds. Puts it in front of the net, and Bergman kicks that one. Now into the corner. Chris Colwell, Ron Radke, and our entire HN Live staff here. Really great staff. Really grateful to be in partnership, there's the SH, with Hockey Canada for this Summer Development Series. In this 3-game Summer Series, Canada's had the edge in that, 9-4 in the overall series since 27, as they're on the attack here. Trying to bring it at the net is Baxter. That's Jordan Baxter from New Westminster, BC. Was also one of 6 members from that U18 World Championship team in Wisconsin. Kramer steps over the line, but Baxter is a step offside as we'll go into the goaltender, I believe, Mr. Radke, if we can. Get through the stats there. Annalise Bergman from Detroit, Michigan. Played for Oakland in the High Performance Hockey League in a boys' league, a men's league, I should say. U16 AAA, had a 232 goals against and a 914 save percentage. Also had a 934 save percentage and a 151 goals against average in the Women's World Championships on home territory. Now into the right corner to the side of the goaltender Walker, making her first appearance, wearing the red, white, and black sweater for Canada. Over the line come the Canadians. A blocker save, rebound in tight, and Bergman quickly knocked that one down. More pressure for Canada. Lunny plays it across in front, a rebound. Juicy one kicked out, and Hurry couldn't get there quick enough. It got knocked down, and Canada back into their own zone. Kiara Hurry, one of the leading scorers from that Canadian program in the Women's Worlds. Caron boots that one, and out comes Sadura, but not able to get back and tag up was the American player. As you have a look at Grace Sadura from Chanhassen, Minnesota, one of 2 members from Chanhassen on this program. 31 games played for Minnetonka U.S. High School Hockey, 56 points including 25 goals, and she'll be headed to Minnesota Duluth NCAA in the 23-24 season. And behind the net, Grober now plays it along. That goes off the stick, and icing will be the call. Nope, it has been, yeah, it has been. One linesman took their arm down, the other one kept it up. So we're having a look at Jordan Baxter from New Westminster, BC. She's committed to Ohio State in 23-24. Played for Delta Hockey Academy in the Canadian Sports School Hockey League, U18 Prep. Had 27 goals and 41 points this year in 27 games. America wins the draw and behind the net. Sending it around, and Grober there now to pick it up. And here comes USA. Over the line is Lalonde from Irvine, California, as her red, white, and blue are changing. And up Ben. A juicy one through the middle, picked off by a white sweater. America now, we're going to have a delayed penalty call. The game's first. It'll be interference. So only about 3 chicklets in here. Already a power play. It's going to go to America as it's McCarthy sitting down for 2 minutes or less. That's Finley McCarthy from Whitefish, Montana. So the draw will come to the right side of the goaltender Annalise Bergman. And the captain for America, Maggie Scannell, lines up. Venucio off the draw. A hot pass across to Amos from Strathroy, Ontario. She walks in, looking for the give and go. Now Alexander trying to cycle it along, open up some ice. Amos down low again. The return feed off the stick, kept in at the line. Venucio has a look, drops it off in the slot. Amos fires, and just wide by about a foot or so. First good opportunity, not credited with the shot, as Canada does lead unofficially 4-0 in the shot department. Venucio gets it back to neutral. The Toronto native played for Etobicoke in the OWHA this year. Had 13 points, including 4 goals, as America will get it down and change. And a pass, the right wing side for Pickenhagen. Steps in over the line, fires, and right into the stomach of Annalise Bergman, who hangs on for the faceoff. That's Charlotte Pickenhagen from Toronto. Played 11 games for Ridley College this year in the OWHA. At 7 goals, 14 points in that elite U22 division, or league, I should say. This looks like off the draw. Baxter's going to take this one. Ben battling on the half wall, and America is able to get it down. So America got the best of Canada in the exhibition round of the U18 Worlds. They won 3-1, beat them 7-0. The next day, Canada ended up returning the favor and winning 7-0 over Slovakia, I do believe it was, before Canada won 3-2 and obtained gold. Finland winning bronze in that one. But new rosters for each program here. Is across now for Murphy. Murphy, a little flip sauce, takes a carom in behind. 20 seconds left on the power play for Team Canada. The penalized player McCarthy for America. Murphy, shot, nice, kicked out by Bergman. Will likely do it for the player advantage for Team Canada as America. Davis from Beloit, Wisconsin, sends it down into the Canadian zone with 1 forechecker deep. Jordan patrols the point and in her back pedal, and a nice forecheck there by Peyton Crompton. The Florida native will send it back in. 6-0 in the shot department for Canada as Pice will bring it over the line. Now in a foot chase there is Law as well. Centering pass in front, and Bergman got caught up, letting it go, and a nice blocker slash pad save by Bergman on the recovery. Great job getting back between the pipes by the Detroit, Michigan native. Compton now on the one touch. A little bit too much for her teammate, Cassie Hall. Back into USA territory again. Team Canada's changing. A good forecheck, and Alexander deep now, as that puck will go over the glass and out of play. As we have a look going off on a change, number 21, Cassie Hall. She's from South Lyon, Michigan. 5 games played in that Women's Worlds, had 4 points, including a pair of goals as well. It's the Team USA bench just settling down their nerves here as they're outshot 7-0 in the opening 6 minutes of this one. Last time this event was played was in Lake Placid, New York in 2019. Obviously, the COVID-19 pandemic played a play into why there hasn't been one since 2019. Canada won that series 2-1, including a 2-0 win in the third game. There's been 21 one-goal games in the history of the tournament, dating back to 2007. And there's only been a series sweep twice in 2010. USA swept it on the first year, inaugural year, in Ottawa. Canada swept it. So it's been back and forth, a whole bunch of 2-1s. And again, Canada has the edge 9-4 in that summer series, the 3-game series since. Draw to the left side of Bergman, lining up for the draw for Canada. is number 12, Jocelyn Amos. And for USA, there's Alexandra Lalonde, product of Shannock St. Mary's. A number of these young ladies, part of that incredible program that has done nothing but pump out sensational hockey players in the men's and women's leagues over the decades. Kept back in by Team Canada. More pressure on centering attempt. No red jersey there. As USA will try to bring it out, and they have numbers. Trying to drop it off for Sedura. Sedura now looking for the give and go, and behind the net with Lalonde. Back to the point, hard across. A little backwards for Klein. She had to settle it down, the Chicago native. Cross ice, but Alexander was going off on a change. So America regroups. Lead pass for Sedura down the wing. Toe drag, Sedura's shot. Didn't hit the net. The goaltender, Walker, still yet to be tested. No shots on goal for USA. Down the wing comes Canada, bringing it in to red, white, and blue territory. And that's Lunny behind. Abby Lunny from North York, Ontario. Now Tabor out. A 3-on-2 for USA. But good pressure by the Canadian defender, Kiera Hurry, to make sure that to keep that one out. So there's number 28. Thanks, Mr. Radke. 4 points in that Women's World Championship. The London native had 23 points for London, the OWHA this year, in 27 games. She'll also be headed to Clarkson in the NCAA in 22-23. That'll be in just another month or so. So draw just outside of Walker's zone. Farrah Walker from Airdrie. Haven't got to her stats yet because they haven't got a face-off on that end of the ice. Or did we, Ron? We didn't get to her stats yet. No, my fine, trusty camera guy, Ron Radke, who's done all kinds of Hockey Canada international events, Stanley Cup finals, and Flames, you name it. He's done it all. Grateful to have him in the stable, and we're really grateful as an HN Live staff to be in partnership with Hockey Canada for this incredible, incredible event. USA under siege here a little bit. Not able to get their offense coordinated like they wanted to, and had a little bit of travel delay getting up to Calgary, so the game was pushed back a little bit. So might be a bit of a factor in if they're out of their usual flow for pregame routine, as athletes are creatures of habit. As here's America, a turnover in the Canada zone. In tight, firing, scores! The first shot on goal for America is a goal, and it's Ava Lindsay, the Minnetonka native, makes it 1-0. A breakdown in the Team Canada zone. There's 2-on-0, and a nice pass across, or had a deception play as Lindsay kept it in front. And Walker's first shot beats her on the low glove side. And Ava Lindsay from Minnetonka, Minnesota, 22 goals in U.S. high school this year for Minnetonka High, gets the opener. Also had a goal and 2 assists in that Women's World Championship. It's often sometimes the way the game of hockey and sports in general goes, but good start there for USA. So nearing the midway point, and America looks to put more pressure on. It could come here. Jordan at the point, waiting for the puck. It stays deep though. And looks like Canada's going to ice it. Nope, icing has been waved off. So Finale. That's Bella Finale from Webster, New York. Played for Pittsburgh in U14 AAA this year. Now back on the retrieval, Klein. She's headed to Princeton in 24-25. Canada, some pressure on. One-time shot, scores! What a setup on a pillow. And Emma Venucio made no mistake. Ties it up only a moment or so after USA opened the scoring. Venucio, 4 goals in 13 games. In U22 for Etobicoke this year. Makes no mistake on the one-time shot that handcuffed the goaltender Bergman. on the low blocker side. A well-placed shot, and Canada has knotted this up. Logan and Hurry, as Hurry walks in, puts it at the net, deflected off into the corner. Hurry now has it back. Tags up, more pressure from Canada. Shot is blocked, actually looked like it hit a body and goes over the glass and out of play. As we have a look for Team Canada, it's number 53, Eloise Caron from St. Hyacinthe, Quebec. Played 24 games for Richelieu in the U18 AAA this year. 31 goals and 46 points in 24 games. So 9-1 the shots on goal in favor of Canada, who is 0 for 1 in the power play, but they did get an even strength one from Venucio. Answering back when America got it underway, opened the scoring. Ava Lindsay opened the scoring. Now, DiGirolamo practiced that name a few times before the game and wanted to make sure I got that one right. Off of the back heel of Stonehouse, and an awkward collision. Stonehouse got the worst of that, lost her twig. But play will continue, it's no penalty. USA brings it in, a backhander, goes over top of the net. Still that one shot on Walker so far that beat her on the glove side. Out comes Kramer now, 1-on-2. Her team's changing, so it's her fortune really didn't do well on that one. Lalonde over the line. Lalonde, nice little move. And back to get its Pickering. Avery Pickering from St. Adolphe, Manitoba, just outside Winnipeg, down the highway number 1. She's headed to Colgate University in 23-24. Now back there to start it up is the captain, Molly Jordan from Berlin, Connecticut. Dumping it in. Lead pass for Canada. They got numbers up in, down the wing. Cross ice pass and neatly broken up by Gabby Kim. The LA product. That one had the makings of sure disaster for America, and a good job breaking it up. And now a change the other way. Tabor walking in, zipping it. Nice blocker saved by Walker as she gets a feel for the puck. So things opening up here. Klein steps over the line, directed into the corner, trying to beat Grober. Going wide, drops it off. To the point for Finale. Finale looking for the give and go. Down the wing comes Law. Law rubbed out on the play by the American defender, Mum. Short side shot, traffic in front, that goes wide. Alexander now, pressure on. Man played along there for Pice. Now Pice for Grober. Across ice with a lot of time, and Venucio tried to go back to the well instead of going low. This time she went high, and that over top of the net and all the way down into the Canada zone. Both teams making some cosmetic changes on day number 1 of this Canada-USA Summer Series. The women's development program, the U22 version will, the American U22 version will go toe-to-toe with the Canada team at 7:30 Mountain Time. Sandra Persino will have that game for you, and 4:15 p.m. Mountain Time games for today, tomorrow, and Saturday will be the U18 program. Murphy tips it up there for Amos, and it's a 2-on-1 for Canada. Amos, nice pass across, and a little too far ahead for Logan. Logan had a lot of daylight, got in behind the America defenders. Kept in at the line. Stonehouse walking in, and that hits a leg. Pickering now, a bouncing puck. Rolling around in the slot. Logan turning and firing. It goes off Compton and back to neutral. Lunny with speed. Zips it and into the goaltender. And Annalise Bergman, who hangs on for the faceoff. As we'll have a look at Lunny, that's Abby Lunny from North York, Ontario. Played 14 games for Central York in the OWHA this year. 9 points, including 8 goals. She'll be headed to Nipissing University in U Sports in 23-24. So if you're just joining us, America was outshot 7-0 early on. And then a defensive breakdown for Canada. Allowed Ava Lindsay to walk in and rip one low glove on their first shot of the game to make it 1-0. And about a minute or so later, it was Venucio from the point who got a one-timer set up and put a low blocker. And that's where we stand. Only one Canadian or one power play so far. And that went to Canada. They weren't able to capitalize on their player advantage. The half wall, and again, most of the opening period has been played in this USA zone. Another out. Over the stripe, that'll be a step offside. Nope, they're gonna say that remained onside. My vantage point, maybe you looked offside, but that's why I get paid to talk and they get paid to blow the whistle. So we'll let the two of them work themselves out. As the captain plays it off the glass, Jordan trying to hit Sedura. Down the wing, fires, and that one a little bit too much mustard. Caron has a peek. Thought she had an odd player advantage, but she's going to go off on a change. Butler had it taken from her. Now Kim. It's Gabby Kim, one of the Shattuck St. Mary's players. 4 goals and 33 points there for Shattuck St. Mary's in 47 games. 5 minutes remaining in the opening period on hockeycanada.ca. Game 1 of the Canada-USA U18 Summer Series. Off the side of the net. Now Kim at the line. And for the return feed, but that hit the stick of Aubin, and she's going to walk it out. A long lead pass, a break for Tabor. Walking in, a nice blocker save. Walker Tabor had all kinds of daylight. There was a whole lot of Highway 3 there for Tabor, but the blocker, unfortunately, of number 31 got in the way. Nice save by, wow, well, we're going to get to her stats finally. There's Farrah Walker from Airdrie. 16 games played for Edge in the Canadian Sports School Hockey League this year in U18 prep. 8-5-1 goals against, or excuse me, record. Her goals against was .246. Save percentage .921, and she has a shutout to show for it as she has a bit of a beverage with her backup tonight, or this afternoon, Hannah Clark from Ajax, Ontario. Ariane LeBlanc not in the lineup for Team Canada as my good buddy Chris Colwell brings you those stats there. All 3 goaltenders for Canada making their first appearance in international opportunities. It's Canada now calling their opening period timeout. So a good showing for Team USA on their home turf, Madison, Wisconsin. Back in the Women's Worlds in the U18 World Championship, June 6th to 13th in Wisconsin. 4-0 throughout the round robin. And then ran into Canada, outshot them in the gold medal game, but Canada got up early and USA wasn't able to equalize. As you have a look at number 11, Josie St. Martin from Stillwater, Minnesota, one of the 7 members, excuse me, from that silver medalist team. As Team USA has done a really good job at being victorious in over the years, and Canada got the gold this year. Nope, we're not going to see a Canadian penalty. I thought that maybe could have been a tripping call. Play continues as Canada, with numbers now out the other way, it could be a 4-on-3. Over the line, Law fires it off of a stick. It goes behind the net. 4 minutes remaining. Shots 10-4 in favor of Canada. Hurry at the line through traffic, deflected and kicked out nicely by Annalise Bergman, one of the top tenders from that U18 World Championship. Hurry drops it off, but a white stick there before a red one could get it. Canada's going to send it back in. Stopped by Annalise Bergman. Over the line, America. We got room off the side of the net, or did that hit the post? I think that might have went off the post as Cassie Hall let that one rip really, really quickly and beat Walker, but not the goal post. I would quote the Mighty Ducks line, but I've used that once already in my commitments for the Hockey Canada broadcast this summer, and don't want to overuse the good lines. All right, fine. A quarter of inch the other way, coach, and I would have missed completely. Compton dumps it in. And behind now, Serdachny, the Edmonton area product. Nice little shifty move. Serdachny now plays it up there to Logan, who's going to backhand it in to the USA zone. And Bergman, who gets a little bit of a taste of what winters are like in the Great Lakes region. And Ellie Kleppinger there from Corcoran, Minnesota, also played for Minnetonka. Minnetonka U.S. high school hockey had 30 points, including 10 goals in 31 games. She'll be a Golden Gopher in 23-24. So we'll call this another TV timeout, I suppose, as America will look to get everything back in order. So 2-0, 3-2 in overtime, and 5-4 win were the three scores back in Lake Placid in 2019. This is the fifth time this event has been in Calgary. Started off in Ottawa, and in Canada it's either been Calgary or Ottawa. It's been Calgary every year except for the opening one in 2007. As you have a look at some of the faithful in the Calgary area, beautiful, beautiful area. If you're maybe from down south and you're thinking of making a vacation up this way into the Rocky Mountain Range, and you come have a look, and just a beautiful, when you go through Highway 1 through Lake Louise and through Banff, and it's not off Highway 1. That's just all the experiences you get through Canmore in a beautiful area of the country. And it's probably summer about, I'd say 90 degrees Fahrenheit, I say today. And as you have a look at number 6, Piper Grober from Toronto. Played for Durham West in the OWHA this year. 17 goals and 27 points. Through 30 games played, headed to Cornell University in 23-24. Was also part of that U18 World program. Grober from the point. That doesn't get through. It hits a leg. Shots 12-4 in favor of Canada. As Jordan sends it along. Kept into the line by the home squad, though. Logan now, centering attempt. Finuccio fires off the leg. Rebound. At the point now, Baxter. Baxter, cross ice, and Bergman fought it off and located it quickly. Canada buzzing here, looking to get the go-ahead. And Sedura will cross the red stripe and go chase in as her teammates will change. And for USA, flipping along is Scannell from Wynantskill, New York. Played for Shattuck St. Mary's as well. 46 goals in 69 games last year. Through 60 games, excuse me, and 69 points. Incredible stats. One of the top scorers for America as well. And that U18 World program was number 24. A delayed penalty call coming here against USA again. So Canada with about $1.47 or so remaining in the opening period. It'll be Finley McCarthy heading back to the penalty box for her second trip there. McCarthy, the Whitefish product, as I had mentioned there, and Team USA has been dominant in this U18 age group for a number of years, and first time they were actually able to shut out Canada. One of the most lopsided games between the Canada and USA program in the history of the U18 Worlds. That 7-0 victory in the preliminary games. So Canada on the PP. That errant puck will come all the way back out to neutral. And it's Baxter. Baxter now walking around. Aubin. Trying to get that bumper position set up and ready for the recipient right in the high slot. Murphy, a nice little move. Trying to find some open ice. Murphy, the seas parted. The weak backhander hoping to find traffic. Pickenhagen, wrap around in tight, and Grober can't get a shot away. Scannell also wearing a C today too. Cross ice, firing, it just missed in the high slot. Labeled for the high glove side. Murphy misses blocker. Good pressure here for Canada with a minute remaining, less than that in the opening period. 14-4 now shots for Canada. Grober on the back door, and Pickenhagen had her stick tied up, and it comes it all the way back down to Tabor. More room again. Tabor has really had a good opening period here for USA. Ben, a little spinneroonie. Ben will drop it off in her own zone. Up there is Amos now. Canada's changing. Amos tries to set up now on the slot. Amos drops it off, fires, and a nice save by Bergman for the 15th shot of the game with 20.9 remaining in the opening period. As you have a look at the Canadian player, that's number 28, Kiara Hurry from London, Ontario. .33 seconds left in the power play. As McCarthy up on her feet, ready to head off to the dressing room. Thinks about sending it across to Venucio, but it goes diagonal now to 47 for Red. Venucio for Amos, sends it across, right in front, and a blocker save by Bergman. Boots it out to the corner. Canada trying to get one more before the end of the opening 20, as Alexander thinks about it, and they're not going to get another shot. So 16-4 the shots on goal in favor of Canada. It's all tied at 1 from the Mark and McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta. You are watching the U18 Summer Series between Canada and USA, the 3-game series at hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. Stay with us. And welcome back to the Markin McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. I am Dave Dawson. It is tied at 1 in game number 1 of the Canada-USA Summer Series, a 3-game series. America got underway. Ava Lindsay at 5:54 was a defensive breakdown. They were outshot 7-0 at that time. Their first shot of the game. Lindsay made no mistake. The assist by Annabelle Finale. And then at 9:07, about 3 minutes or so later, Emma Venucio tied things up. Assist by Jocelyn Amos. A nice pass from left side to right side on the one time as Venucio buried it low blocker. And that knotted things up. There are 13 seconds left on the power play for Team Canada. McCarthy's second infraction of the game. Shots after 20 minutes were 16-4 in favor of Canada. Dave Dawson, Chris Colwell, Ron Radke, your broadcast crew, and the entire HN Live staff. So humbled and honored to be part of this Hockey Canada Summer Development Program. We did the U17 Development or U17 Hockey Challenge Program. Started it off months ago. And the Holinka Gretzky Summer Camp, the World Junior 2023 Summer Camp. And now happen to be part of the Women's Development Camp U18. And now the Summer Series, wrapping things up here this week. Saturday, the final game. And Law brings it over the line. Both teams at even strength. Centering! Scores! First shot of the second period. Tapped in home, in front, through the legs of the goaltender Bergman. And Canada has a 2-1 lead. It's Pickenhagen. Just going to the net with her stick on the ice. Pickenhagen to receive the pass. And the Toronto native, only 25 seconds into the second period, has made it 2-1 for the home side. Before some of the Hockey Canada staffers could even come back to their seats. That quick. So first shot and a goal in the opening period for USA. And first shot and a goal in the second period for Team Canada. America down the left wing side of St. Martin, trying to dish it in front. She gets knocked down and goes hard into the boards. She is down, and I hope she's okay. On the left side to the right side of the goaltender, the left side of the ice there. I don't know if we can just get a quick view of her as you have a look at the Canadian goaltender, but she was going in on the 2-on-1, made the pass across, and she got pushed and lost her footing. Ended up going hard, face first into the boards, and she's slow. I hope she's okay. Slow moving, I should say. That was the trainer out there for Team USA. So you have a look at the American bench. It's an absolute hush in the arena here. You can hear the chatter from across the ice. And obviously when these types of things happen, you wish the best for the player who ended up colliding there. So I saw it in real time with my own eyes, and as soon as she lost her footing, you always just hope that she doesn't go head first. That's your number one fear. And they've rolled her from her stomach to her back now, and her arms are moving. That's a good sign. The training staff working on her. So, oh, and she's now up to her, from her back to a sitting position, as you'll have her come onto her screen. And just out of the respect for the families, we always make sure to just honor that if it's a really bad situation, that we want to respect the families and make sure to give the player the time to deal with the injury. So you see that is number 27, Ava Lindsay, the goal scorer. She came down the left wing there and just lost her footing, got helped off her feet a little bit, and her momentum, she was going full speed. Looks to be favoring her left knee. That's what I can tell you. So for America, you hope that she's okay. She was an integral part of that silver medal team in the summertime, and so yeah, she kind of went head first and braced herself into the boards. As I think she's going to be helped up to her feet now, and she'll get a healthy round of applause here from the Winsport faithful. So not putting any pressure on the left leg is Ava Lindsay. So if that is going to be an injury that will take her out of the game, that's, and every injury is unfortunate, but that's an unfortunate one for America. As you see the young lady, courageous one, making her way off there and really not putting any pressure at all on that one leg. So as at center ice, the two American and Canadian captains confer there with the officials and just get a lay of the land of what they saw and what they feel happened, et cetera, et cetera. So we wish the best for number 27 from Minnetonka, Minnesota, as she heads off to the dressing room and she'll get looked at. So Team USA killed off another penalty there. 2 for 2 on the PK so far for red, white, and blue. 17-4, they've been outshot. And the only shot of this period found its way by the goaltender Bergman. And injuries are an interesting thing when it comes to bouncing back from that. As sometimes the team that ended up injuring or accidentally injuring or feels guilty for it might take something off of it, and the other team that feels infringed upon might put the gas pedal on. So interesting to see how the momentum arrow proceeds here. Alexander over the line, in behind now Amos, putting it in front and kicked out of the way by Bergman as she made sure to hug the goal post. So Amos knocked down, play will continue. USA gets possession, zipped around behind the net, and America had an odd player rush, but the Canadian player knocked into the netting, so we'll have a face-off as Reese Logan was the one that was bumped in, the Canadian player heading off the ice. As you see Team USA and 2 unanswered goals here for Canada, have them in the driver's seat. And again, it's been 2-1 either way for the history of this Canada-USA Summer Series dating all the way back to 2007. America swept them in 2010 in Lake Placid, a 4-3, 3-2 overtime win and a 4-1 win, where Canada, the only time they swept them was the inaugural year back in 2007. Blocker save off of the stick of Baxter, more pressure on for Canada. They have been the aggressors for the better part of this game so far. Serdachny intercepts that and will send it right back in, and mum is the word as she goes back to pick it up, sends it around. And a break here for USA is down the right wing side, a weak one at the net, and Walker, as Hall was trying to slide that one between the pads of the goaltender Walker. Cassie Hall from South Lyon, Michigan, goes off there for a line change. Was part of that World Championship silver medal team back in June as well, 4 points. Draw to the left side of Walker. Right on the money as she hangs on to that one for the face-off. And that is Ellie Kleppinger from Concur, Minnesota. 31 games played for Minnetonka U.S. high school hockey, 30 points and 10 goals. Headed to University of Minnesota for the 23-24 season. Drawn to the left side of Walker. Lining up right there was Lindsay Avar from Chanhassen, Minnesota. As we'll have a stoppage of play. Still only 1 shot to show for it. No, excuse me, 3 shots to show for this, and 3 shots to 2. And the shot clock for the second period. Draw outside of the Canadian zone to the left side of Walker is won by Canada. Pickenhagen now over the line. Pickenhagen centering attempt off the heel. Stepping in, firing, and that's blocked. Hurry had the tempo on that one, but didn't reach the 4x6. Murphy placed it in behind, in front for Law, and a one-time Pickenhagen. That's the look they wanted, and a nice save by the goaltender Bergman. The give and go on the one touch, but Bergman hugging the post. Makes no mistake, Annalise Bergman. Member of the High Performance Hockey League in the boys U16 AAA. The Detroit, Michigan native. Sensational goaltender for Team USA. And draw to the left side of number 29. 6 feet tall is Bergman as well. McCarthy Brings it in for America, drops it off on the right wing side for Tabor, now in front, and hits a leg. USA would love some zone time possession if you're watching from an America perspective. Tabor puts it in front. A Canadian stick knocks that one out of the way. America's chances have come with the odd player rush and have not had a lot of sustained zone pressure where Canada has had the advantage there. Stonehouse sends it back in as Caron goes to look. Now wing pass for McCarthy. And that is way offside. Scannell just couldn't hold the line. As you have a look at Samantha Tabor from Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Played for the East Coast Wizards in the EHL this year. U16 AAA. Is headed to Boston University in 23-24. St. Martin plays it in. Serdachny, though, with an active stick. Preventing that, and Canada's out. It's Alexander. 1-on-3. Down the wing, playing it in front, and a loose puck still there, and a weak one at the net. Bergman kicked it out. Breakout attempt is snuffed, and attempt two. Serdachny makes sure that doesn't go any further. She brings it in, but due to the momentum of the Canadian player, Mackenzie Alexander, it'll be offside. As you have a look at Alexander for Team Canada, that's Mackenzie Alexander from Toronto. It's her birthday a couple weeks back there. Played for Etobicoke in the OWHA this year. 10 goals, 14 points. Draw to the left side of Bergman, just outside of her zone. Now in behind Lalonde. She's going to pick it up and pickpocket it right in tight, scores! Jane on the spot is Caitlin Kramer, the Kitchener product. A loose puck right in the top of the crease, and she buries it. It's 3-1 Canada. Kramer, 14 goals for Kitchener-Waterloo in the OWHA this year, 22 points. And she's got her first there. It's 3-1. So some miscommunication beside the American net, as the goaltender Bergman a little bit surprised with that puck that jumped out front, and Kramer liked what she saw, and she ripped another one low blocker. So 2 low blocker and 1 5-hole, and it's 3-1 Canada. Shots 22-6. Kleppinger now dumps it back in for America. Pickering on it. And out there for Team USA is number 22, Peyton Crompton, whose birthday is actually today. The Sanford, Florida native, so happy birthday to that young lady. Crompton, backhand, scores! Happy birthday indeed. America's back within 1. It's Cassie Hall in the backhand, and it's 3-2. So another puck that takes an awkward bounce a minute or so after the Canadians were the beneficiaries of one. So back and forth we go here. America got out to the lead 1-0, and then Canada 3 unanswered goals, and now Team USA makes it 3-2. Hurry in behind the net. Both a direction and a name. Captain at the line. Klein fires, hits a leg. Other side. Mum. And that gets blocked. All the way back out to neutral. America buzzing a little bit here. Canada dumps it in. Baxter behind the net. Kept and helped along by Bergman. And in the forecheck is Lunny. Lunny to Murphy. Trying to evade pressure, sends it in deep again. In behind Caron, flips it to the point for Canada. It's Venucio. Opposite corner wide. 5 gone in the second period here on hockeycanada.ca. Stonehouse and whacked and chopped out. A good last-ditch effort at the end of her shift for America forward number 15, Grace Sidura. As the draw will come to the right side of the Canada zone, just outside. You have a look at Klein heading off the ice for America. Excuse me, that's an icing call. Rose Klein, you see our statistics guru there. Chris Colwell giving you the breakdown of number 9. And draw to the right side of Farrah Walker from Airdrie, just outside of Calgary, the northern portion. An Edge Prep School, prestigious school in Western Canada. She's been part of in the last couple years. Her first kick at international, the red, white, and black jersey. Scannell through traffic, firing, and Walker fought that one off. Good seeing eye shot by the American forward as Stonehouse might have a break, and it's almost a breakaway. And a good back check, making sure it was not a clean cut path to the net for Canada. Here comes USA with numbers 3-on-2, faking the shot, letting it go, scores! Maggie Scannell, couple moments ago, wasn't able to find the net, but she does this time, and it's all tied up. The Shattuck St. Mary's product. A little Ovechkin-like with the screen. Took something off the shot. It may have hit something on the way through. Handcuffs Walker on the glove hand side, and on their 8th shot of the game, we are tied at 3. Jordan sends it in for USA. Walker rips it along to the point for America. Jordan sends it deep in behind the net. Lalonde trying to center it as well, but a bouncing biscuit. Jordan at the point. And Canada back to neutral. Trying to flip it to herself as Amos. Players are changing. Pickering patrols, and she'll have to backpedal as Serdachny. Lalonde for her teammate. And out comes America. Dumping it in onto the on-looking Walker. In behind Serdachny now. Just plays it off the window. Pickenhagen there to try to open up some opportunity for Canada. Pickering to Pickenhagen. And a nice play, and Law's out now with maybe numbers, but definitely momentum more than anything. Calling for it at the point, the return pass. And Murphy now has to, Hurry has to regroup back. She is with Murphy. And on the forecheck for America is number 26, Thomas. From Downington, Pennsylvania. Played for Downington High this year, High West that is. 9 points in 14 games. Sending it back down low, Thomas in front, and no white jersey. And out comes Canada. Pickenhagen, and it'll go into the American bench. Nearing the midway point of the second period, and that'll be the TV timeout. Well, we see a goaltending change, which often is customary in some of these development camps, as you see the Canadian goaltender heading off. Well, you see the American bench. And that goaltender, Bergman, has been excellent so far, 29 to the right of your screen. Having a chat with her backup, Layla Hemp. So that tandem will be the group that'll be here for the next 3 days. Layla Hemp, no slouch herself. .98 goals against and a .947 save percentage in a trio of games for Minnetonka in U.S. high school hockey this year. Also played for USA Selects in their event. Had a .313 goals against and a .925 save percentage. And now on the Canada side, Hannah Clark will, I imagine, potentially spell her off midway. I'm not sure, if not necessarily a camp per se. This actually is a game, so they might leave her in between the pipes for the whole thing, but we'll wait and see. As the draw will come to the left side of number 31 for Canada, who remains in the 4x6 for the time being. 22 to 8 the shots on goal From Calgary Olympic Park, the Canada Olympic Park, and the Winsport facility, the Mark and McPhail Center. I'm Dave Dawson with our HN Live broadcast crew. Chris Kowal, Ron Radke, the entire staff behind the scenes. So happy to be just honored to bring you this partnership this summer with Hockey Canada. The left point Mum, that goes off the leg of Baxter, now in behind. America buzzing here. Still only 8 shots on goal, but really it's shooting percentage which has been the answer to the question right now for Team USA. 3 goals and 8 shots as you have a look at number 28 for Team Canada, Kiera Hurry. As no doubt we've looked at her a couple times today and within good reason. And she'll get tagged off by number 9. That's Mackenzie Alexander from Toronto. Tobacoke had her as well. I'm trying to remember, Ron, who are the ones we haven't been able to get to, but we'll get through them all. Grober, Viper Grober in the middle of the mix there. Had her birthday exactly 2 weeks ago today, so it's been a great summer for her. Celebrated a gold medal at the Women's Worlds, the U18. Grober, a benchmark of that Canada program, and it looks like Canada's going to be going to the penalty box here as Hurry will be heading off for 2 minutes or less, so America will have their first power play opportunity. So Ron was a better man than I was when he had the foresight to put number 28 for red on the screen as she is heading off to the penalty box. So Team USA with the player advantage here for 2 minutes or less. Jordan now sends it across. And down deep. The point for Kleppinger, the return feed. Scannell has one for America. Shot is blocked. It's a good round of applause from the Canadian faithful today. And Law just a step over the line. And Pice is not happy with herself. As you can see, those things happen as part of the game of hockey. Emily Pice, also part of one of 6 players, part of that gold medal program. Played for London in the OWHA at Colgate in 23-24. Colgate University, a lot of incredible hockey players, part of that program. Now America with about 40 seconds gone on their player advantage. St. Martin with speed crosses the line with Finale. They get crossed up. Lalonde off the Karam. Mum leaves it there at the line. Return pass. Mum cross ice. One-time shot. Scores! That's the look they wanted. A head nod and a power play goal. America giving up 3 unanswered, has 3 unanswered of their own. It's 4-3. Josie St. Martin from Stillwater, Minnesota. 28 times she scored this year for Stillwater High, and she's got a big one. On the 9th shot of the game, they got their 4th goal. You could just see that play develop from my vantage point as the 2 defenders on the near side crossing up. And way on the other end, St. Martin on the umbrella. In the Leon Draisaitl office, just waiting for that one-timer. Stamkos, for those of you watching south of the border, absolutely ripped it, and it's 4-3. Shot through traffic. The story has been quick response by both programs, so interesting to see what Canada's got here. It's Amos behind the net, trying to center it. Out of the point, Pickering across Serdachny. She's got time. And it's blocked, and it could be a breakaway. But the American forward had problems with it. And a break in front, cross ice. Oh, what a save by Walker. Are you kidding me? Farrah Walker, highway robbery, when it could have been 5-3. Unbelievable glove save. And all the way back down to the USA zone. There's been periodic defensive breakdowns, and when you have elite hockey players on each side, defensive breakdowns end up in the back of your net pretty quick. And that has been what's happened a few different times today for both countries. So 2 sweaters in front for America, all alone, cross ice, and Farrah Walker makes a highlight reel for herself in 1 save. Unbelievable, as number 31, the Airdrie product, center stage right now, keeping it 4-3. Draw to the left side of the goaltender, Annalise Bergman, who herself has been no slouch today. 22 shots on goal. It was 16-4 after 20 minutes. And now it is 6 apiece in the second period. And on a pillow, Baxter put that one, the 5-iron, right dead center. She'll go off on a change. Are we now going to have the midway goaltending change? Both goalies on either side of the ice look to be almost fully geared up. At least helmets on. Oh, I think we're just going to have another media timeout, which is okay by me, because I generally don't drink enough water during broadcasts, so forgive me if I don't take advantage of this moment. As advertised, very, very entertaining Canada-USA Summer Series on the U18 level. The first time since 2019 that we've been able to be witness to this. I should say Rockland, Ontario was also the other location that was in Canada, aside from Ottawa and Calgary. Right off the one time off the draw, Baxter. They got it the last time, and this time it was blocked. As Baxter, a nice little play, little soccer skills. As we're seeing the end of summer sports, but it's never a problem to be universal in some of your repertoire in the game of hockey. Venucio got Canada's opening goal. As America with a 4-3 lead here, as Baxter keeps it in, drops it off at the line. Grober wide of the net, just wanted to get rid of that one as she felt the pressure. Bumped into the glass, and the USA will bring it out. Off the wall. Puck comes out in front, and a good back check by Venucio to make sure a high-quality opportunity didn't come the America way. And that puck hops over the stick of Kleppinger, and a rolling one up Ben settles it down as Bergman's way out of the net. Are they going to call it too many players on the ice penalty? No, it's going to be a cross-check behind the play. So America, 1-for-1 in the power play, will get another chance at a player advantage. It's going to be Caitlin Kramer for Team Canada, heading off for 2 minutes or less, the Kitchener, Ontario native. So Team USA, that one-time power play goal is white sweaters. Get things organized here and make sure they got the personnel in the right spots as Team Canada will get organized as well. Draw to the left side of Farrah Walker, who the first shot she faced got by her, has seen 4 pucks on 10 shots hit the net. Jordan off the draw, sends it across. Down on the short side, Scannell's shot kicked out by Walker. Short side, trying to tuck it in. Is it in? Scannell celebrating. She thought it went in. And for half a second, Walker was looking the other way as Jordan on the short side trying to slam dunk it, but wasn't able to go air on that one. So we will line up again for the faceoff. 17 seconds gone on the power play for Team USA. Canada will send it down to clear. Jordan drops it off, gives it away. Amos alone in front, backhand. Oh, what a save by Bergman. More defensive breakdowns for each country. Call that one a good stick check as well by Amos. And that's been just as much the story. Great forecheck. And oh my. And a little bit of the other case, like we just saw right there. But defensive play comes and helps the goaltender out. And it's Murphy. Inside, outside. Will send it in on Bergman, who goes down to the butterfly and has to kick that one to the corner. Jordan. Oh, little spinorama there. Lalonde takes a pick, and it'll come back down on the USA goaltender with 40 seconds left on their power play. Now for America, it's Rosie Dwyer. I almost made the mistake of confusing her with the other Dwyer that was on the U18 World Championship team, but thank you to the incredible staff and USA Hockey and their video programmer. Helped me with some of the name pronunciations as well as got that one right. So that's my favorite thing about doing these international events. We did the 2019 World Junior A Challenge in Dawson Creek, and such an honor to interact with, people from various countries. I made a lot of friends in USA Hockey and as well as some of the other international programs, and just a tremendous experience. Not lost on me the privilege it is, and the owners of our company, Corey Bro and Calvin Bellows, to have these kinds of opportunities. It's tremendously humbling as Team USA is back to even strength again. Good forecheck by St. Martin. Trying to drop it off for her teammate, but unfortunately for her, the Canadian player wouldn't allow her to do it. Stonehouse with Pickering. Pickering now across Serdachny. 5 remaining in the second period as Serdachny flips it up and it goes behind the net. Kleppinger with a player in her hip pocket. She needs help, and that'll be Cassie Hall. Hall's got to skate around as well. And Amos, last time she was in this department, she got a great shorthanded chance. And Amos again creates a turnover, side of the net. Pickering at the point. Canada with room firing, and a nice save by Bergman. 4:40 remaining in the second, and this could be a goaltending change as there's another stoppage of play. If anything, it's a great chance for me to brag about some of the other stuff going on that we've been able to partner up with Hockey Canada for. So Sandra Persina is going to come in and call the game at 7:30 tonight between the Canadian Development Program and USA U22. My good buddy Peter Labardius will be in the driver's seat tomorrow for a pair of games. The rematch of this one, and then Sandra Persina from Sportsnet as well, the home of also my friend Peter Labardius, will have the rest of the way on Saturday, August 20th, as we put a lid on the Summer Development Series and our partnership with Hockey Canada this summer. So we wish the best to all those fall programs, including the U17 Challenge in November in Langley, BC, and the Canada Women's USA Rivalry Series will get underway in winter as well, and obviously the 2022 World Juniors going on in Edmonton, but the 2023 World Juniors on the East Coast will be getting underway in Boxing Day, and we saw a number of those players, and obviously the Hlinka Gretzky Cup. We did their camp as well, and what an honor it was, and what a fun summer we've had, and I can't believe it's already August 17th. When time flies when you're having fun, and it's been a lot of fun we've been able to have. And I think Chris Colwell has rented a room in the Winsport here over the last month and hasn't seen a lot of his house in Okotoks, but it's been a great go. As we look for the officials are on the USA bench, just asking for some sort of confirmation last minute here with the America coaching staff, as it'll be a draw to the right side of the goaltender, Bergman, who has made 23 saves so far. And off the draw, won by Canada, goes in behind the net, Alexander. Amos now, who's been incredible for Canada today. Shot from the point into the glove hand of the capable goaltender wearing 29. And that's Alex Aubin from Levi, Quebec. Played for Stansted College in the JWHL this year, 37 games, had 20 goals and 50 points. More pressure from Canada. From the point, blocker nicely into the corner by Bergman. She's really been the story. No surprise. Short side, Bergman another save, and more traffic in front as she takes a couple of bumps. Canada now 29 on the shot clock. As Baxter has had a number of in-tight opportunities. You see Kramer on your screen as well. 3 new goaltenders for Canada for their 22-23 U18 squad. And Team USA, Bergman, part of that program that won silver as well. Said that a couple times already today in case you're just joining us right now. Right in front, Venucio was creeping in from the point, and she was ready. She had the cannon all corked up, ready to unleash. Sadura now over the line. And behind, some pressure on for America. They love some zone time, not like they need it. 4 goals and 11 shots for USA today. USA has won the opening game of this series 6 of the 13 times. As you have a look at Avar, heading off to the bench, Lindsay Avar from Chanhassen, Minnesota. I'll let you move around. I'm sorry. I hate when I pin you up against the bench like that. Oh, it's the face-offs right there. Doesn't that work out so great when I have to make you whip all the way to the zone because I start talking about a player? I feel so bad for you, but anyway, had I kept going, it would have been a nice slow reveal and everything, but it's all good. I digress. 3:20 remaining here in the second. Tabor sends it along. She's had a good game for USA today as Pickenhagen goes back to pick it up. A bouncing puck as she hopes it lays on its back quicker than it did for her as Pickering on the one touch. And that'll be an icing call as Bergman with the glove in the air and legged out by the Team Canada forward. Great job as Pice deflected, and somehow Bergman still kept that out. Unbelievable goaltending performance by Annalise Bergman from Detroit, Michigan. High Performance Hockey League she played this year for Oakland. So I did mention there, sparkling numbers in the World Championship, sparkling numbers in the HPHL. Sensational tender between the pipes for Team USA. And now 30 shots Canada's fired at her. And another one coming here. In tight, Amos zips it, and no problem for 29. As you have a look at Amos, incredible game for the Canadian player. Jocelyn Amos from Strathroy, Ontario. Committed to Ohio State in 23-24. Point-a-game player for London in the OWHA this year, including 18 goals in 29 games. Slightly more than a point a game. Amos now with it again, firing and in tight, it's still loose. Where is it? Puck is somehow, the officials were able to find it, and there it is, as the whistle is blown. Jocelyn Amos wearing the captain for Canada. Off the draw, trying to kick it along, but got collapsed on top of was Kramer. More pressure still for red, white, and black. Baxter bumps into Finale there, and Finale looks to be okay as St. Martin brings it over the line. Finale and Lalonde across, and that is blocked, and that did not feel good as Ava Murphy is down. That must have hit her on the vulnerable part of the leg. She is really slow to get off. And on the other end of the ice, Murphy at center, still trying to find her way off the ice as you see her hobbling off to the bench. And if you're Canada, you hope she's okay, as for Team USA, you already saw one player down, Ava Lindsay, and I don't see a 27 on the USA bench, nor have I don't think she's been back on the ice. She really fell hard into the boards in the second period. Right at the early stages of it too, and that's forced a little bit of line juggling for the American coaching staff as the draw comes to the right side of Bergman. Canada wins it. Tied up, and Law trying to boot it free. Law has it now, trying to send it in back there for Pickenhagen. Venucio walking the line for Pice. lost in her feet and taken away by Team USA. Thomas only to the line though. Numbers for Canada, and it could be a break. Law sends it across, and another save by Bergman. The 35th shot on goal, and there's still a buck and a half to go in the second period. In tight! Oh, and a nice little move from the backhand of forehand, but she just couldn't get the shovel over the fence. Alex Law had it knocked off of her stick before she could bury it to tie it up. Through neutral. And a break. It's a 2-on-0. Pickenhagen leads the way for Canada in front. And no penalty call as the play will continue. America out the other way over the line, and that will be offside as one extra move prevented on Di Girolamo. Lucia Di Girolamo from Woburn, Massachusetts. Played for Selects Hockey Academy in high school hockey this year. Committed to Princeton in 24-25. So 53 seconds remaining in the second period. 35-11, the shots in Canada's favor. However, the one that actually counts on the stats sheet, they're down 4-3. Down 1-0, they scored 3 unanswered, and now America fired back with 3 of their own. And a loose puck in front, Sadakny tries to knock down, but she's unable to, as America will try to get it out of their zone, which they've done repeatedly in this game. Breakdown in front, Amos, across, scores! Tying goal off of the stick of Mackenzie Alexander, and guess who set it up? Number 12. More fierce forechecking, more defensive zone turnovers, and more of number 12 in front of the net creating havoc. And she sent it across to Mackenzie Alexander, who ripped it top bunk. And we're all tied up with 18.9 seconds remaining in the second on the 36th shot on goal that Annalise Bergman has faced in this one, with still 20 minutes to play. As USA would love to answer back if you're watching from their vantage point before we say goodbye to this period. And Law might have a chance. Clock the enemy. Law walks in, and a blocker save. This time the Law didn't win, and that'll be the end of the second period. 36-11 the shots after 40, and we're tied at 4 apiece. You are watching the 2022 Summer Showcase Series between Canada and USA on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. I am Dave Dawson. We will return to the Mark and McPhail Center shortly. Stay with us. And we are back at the Markin McPhail Center in Calgary, Alberta on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. I am Dave Dawson. Thank you so much for spending your Wednesday with us. A very entertaining second period. It's been an entertaining game overall, but a goal-filled second period. Charlotte Pickenhagen got it underway 25 seconds in, and then 3 minutes or so later, Caitlin Kramer made it 2-1. 3-1 that was, excuse me. And then Cassie Hall, only 24 seconds after that, made it 3-2. Maggie Scannell made it 3-3 at 6:17. Josie St. Martin at 9:41 made it 4-3. And then with only 18 seconds left in the period, Mackenzie Alexander for Team Canada put a top shelf on a cross-ice pass as you have a look at the Team USA bench, ready to roll here for the third period. They've been drastically outshot, 20-7 in the second period for a two-period total of 36-11. As Farrah Walker makes her way back between the pipes. So unlike the summer camp intra-squad games where they have mid-period goalie changes to make sure each goalie gets ice, it's like a customary game where one goalie rides the whole way. So here we go. Game number one of the three-game Canada-USA Summer Series, the 14th annual, and where Canada has the edge 9-4 dating back to 2007, the inaugural one. Here we go. Dave Dawson, Chris Colwell, Ron Radke, our broadcast crew, and the entire HN Live staff. USA 1 for 2 in the power play, Canada 0 for 2, and now you're all up to date. As Pice has to go off the ice, missing her stick. Pickenhagen there. A little bit of an excuse me bump as America brings it over, and Tabor on the backside. She was ready to sink her teeth into that juicy corn to pop it home, potentially to make it 5-4 for Team USA, but in the meantime, it's still tied up here. Law now. She's battling with it. And again, the story really has is that loose stick still remains at center ice from Emily Pice, who went off on a change. The story really has been, it's been zone time for Canada, and America has scored on their turnovers and odd player opportunities. Maybe such as this one, but to no avail as it comes back out to neutral again. And here's Amos, who's really been the catalyst to a lot of great offensive opportunities and had an assist on the tying goal as well. The fourth goal, that is. Serdachny sends it in as Ben on a change. As we have a look at America player Gabby Kim heading off on a line change from LA. Shattuck St. Mary's product. You're dismissed, Ron. Not going to pin you up against the bench there like I customarily do. Sorry, my friend. 1 out of every 3 times that happens, and it drives me crazy, and it probably drives Ron crazy as well. But it is what it is. The game within the game. Dropped off of the point now. Klein. In tight, trying to flip pass in front, backhand, scores! Slow developing play. Cassie Hall turned in on the backhander, puts it over top of Walker. 5 goals on 12 shots, and USA back out on top. We're going to see a goaltending change as you see Hannah Clark on the Canadian bench getting all geared up. As a minute and 48 seconds into the third period, Farrah Walker will go off, and Hannah Clark comes in from Ajax, Ontario. Thankfully, I already threw her stats at you in the first period, so Ron can be freed up for the face-off. So Cassie Hall's second goal of the game. 5 goals on 12 shots, and again, not necessarily to the fault of the goaltender Walker. When your defense is as good as Canada's has been today, goalies love pucks by committee. And it's hard for a attendee when they don't see as much as this goaltender has, number 29 for White. An absolute melee of shots have come her way as she's pleading with the official that she got a November afternoon in Michigan come across her mask, but the official has a different viewpoint from that. So we will remain for the face-off. But again, just to finish my point on Walker, no fault of hers. Sometimes, again, these are international elite hockey players, and when you don't get a lot of pucks coming your way, they get high percentage chances, and they know how to pick the corners. And goalies are good too, but some days it's a goalie's day, some days it's a shooter's day, and today it's been the shooters for America. So Farrah Walker will get another chance one day, and today won't be the day. Caron. Nice centering pass. Too much to handle, though, for Stonehouse. She'll regroup. Lunny goes in after her dump. And now Mumm. Lead pass for Thomas. Asking for it on the wing with speed was Compton. Again, celebrating a birthday today. Happy birthday to 22. Caron now pins it up against the glass. As Jordan back to neutral. Over the line. First test for Clark, no problem. Blockered out of the way. Out comes Canada. Stonehouse 1-on-2. Trades the inside-outside route. Still waits with it. Wants to send it deep. Grober can't get it across. And for a moment, she had Amos ready to let it rip on the one-timer. And on the one touch, goes past the white sweater. So here's Amos. Sensational game for Jocelyn Amos today. Over the line, slides off her stick. Kept in at the stripe for red and black. And along for the lady wearing C. And pressure on there with Morgan Jackson from Courtney, BC. Played in the BC Elite Hockey League U18 this year, AAA, 24 goals. Scannell out for America, 1-on-5. Puts it under the leg, and Amos at the end of his shift makes a safe play, but not able to get it out. Pickering, the deception Karam, will allow Canada to change. So that's Gabby Kim back there for Team USA. Hits the accelerator and approaches the line. Drops it off for Tabor. Tabor misfires on it, and out comes Canada. On the wall, Baxter now. As Ben, and the puck scoots out in front in a hurry. Had a white jersey there with her as well. McCarthy watches it go around. 4 penalty minutes for McCarthy today. Both of the penalties for Team USA, but lucky for them, Canada was 0 for 2. So Canada without a shot in this third period. 2-0 for America in that category, and one of them has found their way past the goaltender, which has forced a goaltending change. In game number 1 of the 3-game Canada-USA series in the U18 level. The 2019 version in Lake Placid, New York. That's where almost all of them have been, except for in 2012 when it was in Blaine, Minnesota. As Lalonde from Irvine, California, looks along. The little flip pass up to Finale, but knocked down by Venucio. And that'll be offside, as the referee a little bit early on that whistle, and America will make a change. And there you see number 22, Peyton Crompton. Oh, Ron Radke, great job. Happy birthday to, again, number 22 from Sanford, Florida. 4 games played for the Bishop Kearney Selects, U19 AAA, 3 goals and 5 points. One of my favorite things to do is when I see a birthday and it's actually their birthday on that day. I'm not going to lie. When I'm doing my midnight deep dive online, I'm doing all my prep, I actually get really excited when I find out it's someone's birthday. It's a little quirk. Positivity is my addiction. It's kind of weird. Amos on the short side, trying to bring it at the net, and puck still loose. Early whistle and Bergman. Little extracurriculars one more time as she gives her thoughts on the activity in front of the net as you have a look at the captain Amos. Jocelyn Amos, an excellent game. Has 2 assists today. Chris Colwell, our statistician, keeps pointing at the screen. He has the entire game, and I haven't been paying attention. And I know Chris is usually up to something, so thank you, my good friend. He's right on top of all those stats. I'm looking at my roster, and Chris is pointing at the screen, so as my mom would say, it's Like two people who aren't listening to each other talking to each other. It's a kind of a funny saying. There was a different saying to that, but I'll save that for another day. Team Canada makes a change. Down 1 here to America. That has been the script for them since the opening period. They had a momentary lead, and America tied it up and got back on top again as Avery Pickering. Watch her on the left-hand corner of your screen. And behind there for Jordan. Right in front, Pickering's got to settle it down, fires, and a save made by Bergman on the rebound. Still loose, kept into the line by Pice. Bergman out of her net to stop it. 39 shots now on goal for the America for a goaltender. Law trying to open up some ice. Leaves it at the point. A little bit too close quarters for Serdachny. A good stick to keep it in. That would have been an odd player rush for America. And on the back door, trying to get it to Stonehouse. Nothing there but a brick house. Through traffic, and a save by Bergman, who hangs on for the faceoff. So 5-4, Team USA leads. So have a look at the Team Canada bench. Back and forth this thing has gone, and it's really been the series since it started. Again, America's won the opening contest 6 times in the history. 2018, where Canada won 2 straight after that to win the series 2-1. Canada's won the last 2 3-game series. America won in 2017 and 2016. And where they won the first game as well in 2017. And then didn't do that again until 2011. Excuse me, since 2011, in which they won the opening game 4 years in a row. One of those years, they swept it 3-0 in 2010. Bad time for the hiccups. There, I fought it off. And it's back into the Canada zone. Has Clark back there to get it. On the retrieval. A little bit of pressure for America, and it could be odd player rush for Canada. It is. It's Kramer. It's a 4-on-2 down the wing, and can't get it by the American player, Di Girolamo, who did an excellent job keeping the Canadian players' focus on the 1v1 battle and forcing it to the outside. And the puck all the way back out to neutral and into Team Canada zone. 4 shots this period for Canada. Still 2 for America. Maybe another one coming here. McCarthy fires, and that goes off the leg. Short side shot. Puck loose again in front. And a rolling biscuit. Sticked at the line and kept in. Hurry on the half wall. Oh, and America's got to be quick. That might be a too many players on the ice penalty. And they thought about it for a second, and now they do. The American defender was trying to get off the ice, and the other player came on, and the two of them got crossed up as the puck right there in front of the bench with a Canadian player breathing down on them. So a bad break for Team USA, but a great one for Canada. Down 1 with 40 shots on goal. 0 for 2 on the power play, and their third advantage coming up here. It will be served by number 18, Camden Davis, from Beloit, Wisconsin, whose birthday was 5 days ago. A statistic that's very important to get in there when I'm talking about a power play. Venucio, cross ice, over the line. Alexander loses her footing briefly in America. Oh, and almost has a break. Finale trying to do just that, but goes the other way. Amos leaves it. Return feed and broken up smart by Jordan. Lead pass right on the stick of Finale, who just can't put curtains on this one. So 30 seconds gone on the power play for Canada. 40-13 the shots are on goal in America. leads 5-4. Dave Dawson and our HN Live broadcast crew here on hockeycanada.ca. Game number 1 of the USA-Canada Summer Series, a 3-game series. On the half wall, Aubin puts it into Pickenhagen, looks on as Murphy's got to get there quickly, but she doesn't in time. McCarthy, a great PK to get it back into the red zone. Urgency is something that's being preached right now from Canada from their bench. But they're not having a whole lot of luck set up shop in the USA zone. Midway point of the third period. As Murphy now steps over the line, drops it for Baxter. Baxter across. Fighting it off is Pickenhagen. And in behind to help out. There for Baxter. Defense is changing. Right on the tape. Shot from the point, and no problem from Bergman, who hangs on her 41st shot. As we have a look at number 26 for Canada, Alex Law from Markham, Ontario, who, guess what? Her birthday was yesterday. Happy belated to Alex Law, also a member of that Team Canada U18 gold medal program. Committed to Boston University in 23-24. Turning and firing, kicked into the corner, more pressure in front for Canada, 10 left on the power play. Serdachny at the point, it's blocked. Across, Pickering trying to step up on it. Penalized player is out of the box. Pye, side of the net, firing, and had something taken off of it. It was blocked by the American player. And out comes USA. Trying to split the D as Clark looks on. Again, only 2 shots she's faced since she's come in, no, 1 shot, excuse me, since she's come in relief. America's changing. Over the line they come. Short side firing. That is deflected by Pickering. America hasn't had a lot of zone time, but they do have the 5-4 lead. Klein at the point through traffic. And nicely booted over to glass by Law. Sliding through like a first baseman. Or I don't watch baseball. Somebody sliding into first base. That's what I meant to say. I know, bad confession for people watching from America. America's pastime. I will say I like baseball. I just spend more time watching hockey and football. And this summer, lacrosse has been the cup of tea for our company. But Team Canada, 41-14. The shots are on goal. Past the midway point of the third period here at the media timeout. So Sandra Persina is going to be coming in at 7:30 Mountain Time to bring you the next one between the U22 program of America against the national women's team for Team Canada. And then, as they're going to do their series today, tomorrow, and Saturday, as we'll wrap things up from the Mark and McPhail Center at WinSport. And if you're watching from down south or wherever you're tuning in from, and you're planning your next summer trip, definitely encourage you to come out to these parts and spend a few days in the mountains, camping, wherever it is you might want to come check it out. As maybe you're watching from Ajax, Ontario, family of Hannah Clark. Maybe you're here. If you're family of Hannah Clark, that's probably a good, good idea. Probably has family here, but nonetheless, beautiful, beautiful facility and a beautiful part of our country. Great place to spend a summer. Amos now takes it on her forehand, steps over the line, waits for her teammates. Amos in close quarters, puts it down deep where there's a little more opportunity for a high percentage shot. Not in this possession though. Venucio seemed like forever ago when she got the opening period. Opening goal for Canada, that one didn't miss by much. And that'll be offside. Draw to the left side of Annalise Bergman, who was absolutely sensational in a silver medal back in Wisconsin in the middle of June 6th to 13th. They lost to Canada 3-2 in the gold medal game as that shot goes on net, blocked by red, white, and black, and it's brought back out to neutral again, and back to pick it up as Kleppinger. Swats at it, and Canada will regroup. It's Grober. Over to Kramer, centering attempt, and off the heel of his stick. One more time past that beautiful logo that remains at center ice here in the Hockey Canada facility, the home facility of the Canadian hockey programs, and Clark will keep that in her glove for the face-off. Yeah, let's go through the stats one more time. Keep her on there, please, Mr. Radke. Hannah Clark from Ajax, Ontario, 16 games for Etobicoke in the OWHA U22 Elite program. 8-4-3 record this year, 127 goals against, .955 save percentage, and 5 shutouts. 7:48 remaining. What an entertaining opening to this one. 5-4 was the score, the opening game in 2019 in Lake Placid as well. Will that be the remaining score, or will we go to overtime for the 6th time in the history of this event? Canada has a 3-2 edge in overtime games as well. Bumped in behind the net, borderline body contact there. Oh, and a loose puck in front. Cleared out of harm's way by America. Compton plays it down the wing, firing opposite corner. Maybe the best chance over the last few minutes for Team USA. Cassie Hall on hat-trick watch. She was the one to score the last goal in finale, trying to finish it off and can't. Just loses a handle on it right through the blue paint and out. She would have loved to make it curtains there, but she just couldn't do it and allow her goaltender to backstop the rest of the way. It remains within one. 5-4 is the score. Less than 7 minutes to go from the Mark and McPhail. Law over the line, brings it at the net. Law still has it on a string, trying to drop it off, and Venucio pickpocketed it, and at the end of a long shift, Finale done everything she can here in the last 30 minutes of this game. Goes and sits down and waits for the grand of that version. And in behind, now Venucio. Ooh, and a bump. Canada with numbers, it's Amos. Fights it off from her skates. Amos, the battle of 12s. And the one wearing red, white, and blue wins this one. Bouncing puck, settling it down, and out comes America. Klein is going to flip it in. She'll split 3 defenders and go after it, have to settle it back, and Canada accelerates. Klein now collides. She gets back up to her feet as Rose Klein from Chicago, headed to Princeton in 24-25. Canada bring it out. At the line, return feed or to Davis it is, and DeGirolamo watches that go down for an icing call. And they'll bring it back into USA territory as we follow number 23, Alexa Aubin, back down the ice. One of 6 players who is on that Team Canada program. Won that World Championship. Played for Stansted College in the JWHL this year. Serdachny has a problem locating it momentarily, sends it across to her teammate Pickering. Kramer, it goes the outside route. Kramer, backdoor, and Pickenhagen, now excuse me. That was Aubin waiting for it, but just interrupted. Clark looks on. Clock seems like it's ticking 2 and 3 seconds at a pace right now at a time for Canada, where it can't go fast enough for America. Team USA was down 3-1, scored 3 unanswered. Canada tied it up with 16 seconds left in the second, and then America, their first shot of the third period, is the difference maker right now, and that's where we stand on the opening day of the Canada-USA Summer Series, the 3-game series. Not enough draw weight to take it for an icing call as Jordan loses her footing momentarily, but Scannell with loss. Law a little flip play. She's had some great possession here in this game. Looking for the return feed of the carom. Just misses the 4x6. Scannell, a quick survey of her options. Now Grober. It's mistake-free hockey time right now. The next one you figure will be a costly one with the way each of these teams have defended them and goaltended as well. Law, dangerous around the net. Trying to center it. Grober wills it there and played it in her feet. Not the shot she wanted, but it hit the cage. Thomas plays it down in a foot chase. Grober. It's a 3-on-1 for America. Flip pass and a little bit too much of a flip there. As somebody with the coin football got that one on a little bit too much air. And that is way offside, unfortunately for Alexander, who was focused on the La Rondelle rather than the number 12 coming back hard to tag up. 3 minutes and a baker's dozen here remaining in this one. That would be the baker's dozen if I worked in a bakery. I'm just too generous. I like to give and give. That's my thing. But giving is certainly what Canada has effort-wise in the shot department. 43-15. 43 pucks fired the way of the goaltender, Annalise Bergman, who has been just as advertised in this one. Bergman faced 91 shots in the Women's Worlds. Not to be outdone by Lisa Jonsson from Sweden, faced 191. Played a lot of action there. Bergman 4 games played. Sparkling numbers there in the U18. So watch her get back to the pipes. Team Canada. Wonder how long that leash will be for the opportunity to vacate that cage in order to get the tying goal. If that is potentially an option, and it's going to be a delayed penalty call coming, and that's not going to help their cases. 200 feet from their own net, Team Canada, I believe, is heading back to the box. They were the one to touch it when the ref blew the whistle, and that is the case. It's going to be Morgan Jackson. So America, a great chance here, heading to the power play as Morgan Jackson not happy. USA 1 for 2 with the player advantage so far. Will await the opportunity to make this lead a little more out of reach. This game out of reach, I should say. Expand their lead at the line. Playing it across. Mom sends it. Return pass for Mom now to Kim. Kim doesn't like what she sees. She's going to retreat and wait for the right opening. And he'll send it back down. She'll pinch up, though, to help, which will allow Canada to get it back to the line. And Pice on the forecheck. Compton with Thomas going at the net. Jordan at the stripe. Down low, hard in there for Compton. The return feed for Hall. Jordan now. Walks in, fires, and Clark momentarily lost that puck as it whistled between her glove and her ear, and it tracks all the way back to USA territory. A buck left in the power play. 2 and 3 Cheerios remain in this one. It's 5-4 USA in the opening day of this one, and an incredible hockey game it's been. Dumped in on Annalise Bergman, who, if you bought a ticket for this, which you didn't, I wouldn't blame you if you did, because she's been worth the price of admission and more. Hurry at the line, sends it up, and is just going to kill some more clock. I imagine the minute Canada gets possession when the player comes back on the ice, they'll vacate the cage. Alexander on forecheck. Finale. I've overused that pun, but I cannot wait for the final one if she does score. I'm not going to lie, it's going to probably be hard to resist. Hurry. Over the stripe with 10 left on the America power play. Davis now. Touches it for finale. The cross ice pass. In comes USA. And right into the glove of Hannah Clark. And I think that they would have loved if that puck had been booted out, so the American player could have tapped it in. So 104 there is remaining in this one. Both teams back at even strength, and if Canada does win this, I imagine Hannah Clark will follow her teammates up ice and vacate the premises in favor of the extra attacker in an attempt to tie the game. USA wins the draw. That puck goes wide, and Grober flips it with fingers crossed that a Canadian sweater is going to get there first, but that's not the case. So we'll regroup again. Quite a game for Maggie Scannell. She's got a goal to factor in, and I haven't been made notice of how many timeouts each team gets, but it's got this basketball feel to it today, which I like it. It's all right. It allows the ability for strategy and things like that, but it's good. I would always much prefer more timeouts in a hockey game, honestly. And as you have a look at the America coaching staff, ready to plan here for the final push. The screen wouldn't refresh. I'm trying to go through the scoring summary, and of course, I get that spinning wheel, Chris Colwell, when I'm trying to go through there. Broadcasting's all about cues, and dead air is a no-no, and I'm still got the, there we go, got the spinning wheel. So the head coach, Katie LaChapelle, and Team USA. See what they got drawn up here to keep this thing a 5-4 score. For Team Canada, an opening game loss is not what they want. Draw to the right side of Hannah Clark, who came in relief of goaltender Farrell Walker. America wins it, and they would love to keep it into Canada's zone as Pickenhagen brings it out. Pickenhagen over the line, Kramer. Kramer dropped the scores! No surprise! It's number 12, Jocelyn Amos, ties the game up. 41 seconds left. Amos has been all around the net, creating turnovers, doing incredible things for her team, and who better to score a clutch goal than the one with the C on the sweater? And why not a little bit of overtime and a little bit of drama? So a good burst into the zone. And that shot handcuffed the goaltender Bergman on the glove hand side, top shelf. Amos, with 34 seconds remaining, puts us into a potential overtime situation. So I won't get to the overtime stats right yet because I'll wait till the end of the period if we do get there. But stranger things have happened in this game specifically. We've seen goals in close quarters, such in quick response. As Bergman without her stick, she regains it again. Grober on the retrieval. Grober. America would love a possession change and a turnover here, but it's not going to happen. Are we going to see a penalty call coming? It's a hook. I thought so. The America player got burned just past the red stripe in between the blue line, and maybe one of those plays that at the end of a shift, you're tired and you make a kind of a play like that you wouldn't normally play if you're at full energy. And Hall, who has a pair of goals today, unfortunately, if you're a USA fan, puts them in a player disadvantage with 7.4 left in this game before we head to overtime. Canada 0 for 3. In front, and Baxter waiting right there as you could just feel the hair in her arms stand up as she anticipated that puck coming out to her, but it didn't get there. Jordan Baxter from New Westminster, BC. She's headed to Ohio State in 23-24, played for Delta Hockey Academy in the Canadian Sports School Hockey League this year at U18 Prep. So only about a gasp of time left here, and we are headed to overtime for the 6th time in the history of this 3-game Canada-USA U18 series. The last time we did get overtime was in Lake Placid in 2019. Canada lost that one in Game 2 by a score of 3-2. The year prior to that, there were 2 overtime games right here in Calgary where Canada won that series 2-1. They won 5-4 in the final game of the series and lost 2-1 in the opening game. Then you'd have to go all the way back to 2010 and then 2007. No, excuse me, as well, 2008. So Canada has the edge in overtime games. So stay with us. We will return to Calgary, Alberta at the Mark and McPhail Center on hockeycanada.ca shortly. Stay with us. Have you made your overtime picks already? Our broadcast crew has. Welcome back to the Mark and McPhail Center here in Calgary, Alberta for game number 1 of the U18 Canada-USA Summer Series. And what an incredible contest this has been so far. I'm Dave Dawson along with Chris Colwell and Ron Radke, our entire HN Live broadcast crew in this incredible partnership with the fine folks at Hockey Canada this summer. We've really enjoyed our stay, and we got 3 days left, 2 days after today, and what a lot of fun it's been. There's the women's national team program who's going to be taking on the American program right after this one with Sandra Persina. And why not an overtime game to send us into the evening, or maybe where you're watching from, it's already evening. It's been a treat. So 4-on-3 for 1:53, and then it'll be 3-on-3 in overtime. once there is a whistle, and Hall leaves the penalty box. The 6th overtime game, my apologies, there weren't 2 games in Lake Placid and OT. It was just game 2 where America won 3-2. So 5-5, back and forth we've gone this entire one. Venucio has it, leaves it at the line. Murphy, return for Venucio. Cross ice, trying to go to the back door for Alexander, creeping in. Now Murphy thinks about it. Return Alexander, back door for Venucio, and hits something, and back to the point again, Murphy. Deflected in front, and Bergman on her 45th shot on goal hangs on for the faceoff. Annalise Bergman, the stalwart netminder that backstopped. An incredible performance for America, came up with its silver medal. If you're just joining us at the U18 Worlds in Madison, Wisconsin from June 6th to 13th. Canada won gold. 7 players from that roster here. The lone goaltender is Bergman from each squad. 6 Canadian players. Venucio off the draw. Murphy walks in, fires, and that hits a leg. Down deep again is Alexander. A minute left in the power play. Short side shot. Shot number 46. No problem for 29. Calm, cool, and collected. Alexander on the other 29. Trying to put an end to this one. Venucio takes a look. Her team is changing. She circles. Drops it off the return feed. Venucio got the opening goal for Canada. Grober now. Traffic developing in front. Grober on a pillow. Venucio deflected and wide. Grober. Venucio's got to fight it off. Fires it and fearlessly blocked by St. Martin. And Venucio can uncork it. That has got a lot of punch to it. Baxter walks in, zips it. High glove and wide. Kept in at the line, hurry. Sends it across Grober. Right in front, and oh, what a save! Bergman denied with only a couple seconds left on the power play. Even strength. Baxter walking in, and Bergman hangs on as we'll go back down to 3-on-3. An incredible save by Bergman, and Canada thought they had the game on their stick. As no problem for 29. 48 saves as she gives her team a couple extra seconds and gets the equipment all straightened out there, the veteran she is. So you have a look at her teammate Ellie Kleppinger in there as well from Corcoran, Minnesota. And joining in on the fun is Cassie Hall, a pair of goals today from South Lyon, Michigan. As is Molly Jordan from Berlin, Connecticut. From the Loomis Chatfay School in U.S. high school hockey. Also had a goal at the World Championships. So 3-on-3. What a treat. I hope you've been entertained. And yeah, there's 5 more games of Canada-USA in both age groups to come the rest of the week. I've just made your plans for you. Grober drops it off in front, and bouncing puck. Can't get a shot. A quality one at that. Grober now in close quarters. Each team so careful with 3-on-3 because a breakaway can happen so quickly. Law, like this in front, Law, and can't Ovechkin it in to the open net. Just beyond her reach, and here's Avery Hall with 2 goals. Hall on a 2-on-1 down the wing. Hall turning and firing and just missed the net. Did I say Avery? I meant to say Cassie. That's a different roster that I memorized 3 months ago. Good thing she didn't score. Kim leaves it there. Now the return feed. Kim. Also calm and got to make the right decision. Alexandra Lalonde leaves it there for Gabby Kim. Kim, shot from the point deflected. Let's not forget that Hannah Clark hasn't seen a lot of pucks. Here's Pice 1-on-1. Teams changing. Now 1-on-3. Pice notices that and just sends it in deep. Amos, though, has a window in front, and nice back check by Lalonde to disrupt the stick of Ava Murphy. Now Amos had the tying goal to the point for Murphy. Fires, and that's blocked again by Hall. Wow, what a game for her. Shot blocker save. Murphy keeps it in at the line. Settles it. Murphy looking for the return feed. Amos makes sure she makes the smart decision. Murphy now through traffic. Opposite corner wide. 1 minute remaining in overtime, and if that solves nothing, we go to a shootout. As it'll be an icing call, and Clark will signal that to everybody. Most importantly, her teammates, and that'll bring it down under the USA zone. So you have a look at the USA bench, trying to have a brief coaching chat with the official, and Hall, who wants to remain on the ice. Well, I guess she can't because it was an icing call. She doesn't want to remain on the ice. They're arguing that she's injured, so that's what's hoping to give her the opportunity to change. I see, collecting all the components to that, so that would be the asterisk in that ability to change if there's an injured player. So Hall on the bench there on the left side of your screen, getting looked at by the coaching staff. There's Alexandra Lalonde, a good game for her today too. $49 shots to 17. What were the shots after 2, Chris? I didn't write them down. You know what I could do? I can go on the Hockey Canada website where people are actually watching right now, where they probably know and I don't, and I can view that myself. But that's okay, because they've probably already checked by that time. Here we go. Shots 8-5. Canada after 20 minutes, so a more defensive second period after 20 minutes. After 3 periods, 60 minutes. So the officials continuing to chat with the USA bench. So I imagine it has to do with the well-being of number 21. And again, America without Ava Lindsay. She got knocked down in the early stage of the second period. So Hall will remain on the ice. Cassie Hall, South Line, Michigan. Draw will come to the right side of Bergman, and they will try to get it down as quick as they can to allow a healthy player. And Hall gets off the ice. In tight, Venucio. Interrupted shot. That goes wide. So America will make the weak clearing attempt and not enough draw weight to bring in an icing call as Venucio slows it. Up there to Kramer. She's with Amos. Venucio. Amos now. What an exclamation point it'd be if she could score here. Kramer in tight, firing, and that's blocked. Rebound. Scannell hurt after that one. And a bump behind the net. Play continues. Amos gets knocked down. Kramer still has the puck. All over her is McCarthy, and a great back check to make sure the puck didn't get to the net. And a 2-on-2 the other way for America. It's McCarthy and Scannell. And that rips over top. And folks, 65 minutes has solved nothing. And we are going to a shootout for the second time in the history of this 3-game series. The last time we saw a shootout was in 2012 in Blaine, Minnesota, when Team Canada won 5-4. So we will have one stripe clear down the middle, probably a couple passes by the Zamboni. 50 shots to 17 will be the final tally for Team Canada. And no surprise if you're watching from an American perspective, Annalise Bergman, sensational. Hang tight. We're going to take a breather here. We'll be back for a shootout. Stay with us. Okay, what a game it's been so far. On day number one, we got 5 more of these Canada-USA games coming up. And the one, well, it's likely start time, I imagine, is going to be pushed back a little bit as our Sandra Prasina waits with bated breath to call the game coming up. But an entertaining one here at the Markham McPhail. Thanks so much for joining me on hockeycanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. I am Dave Dawson. Our incredible staff, Chris Colwell and Ron Radke, and all the behind-the-scenes folks making this thing work, from the owners, Corey Bro and Calvin Bellows. And this has been an unbelievable experience hanging out here for the summertime. And the summer series, great to have this back again, right, as we come out of the COVID-19 pandemic and back into action. So the first time since 2019 as the goaltenders get ready for a shootout. So 60 minutes solve nothing, and it's going to be Cassie Hall with a pair of goals who will start things off for Team USA. A 3-round shootout and then sudden death after that. So number 21 from South Lyon, Michigan. What has she got in her arsenal? Hall goes forehand and loses a handle on it. And Clark will take the 1v1 victory on that. And it was Farrah Walker who started this game, got pulled. Since then, Clark saw one puck go by her. For Team Canada, that's going to be number 23, Alexa Obam from Levi, Quebec. Will she shoot or deke? Obam fires it, and blocker save by Bergman. No problems. This has got the feel with how good these goaltenders have played today, be it the score what it is, so you may think otherwise. They've been sensational. And that's Samantha Tabor from Tewksbury, Massachusetts. And here she comes. Tabor, top cheddar. What a berry. And has America's first goal of the shootout. And responding for Canada is going to be Abby Lunny from North York, Ontario. 9 points for Central York in the OWHA this year. She'll be going into pissing next fall, 23-24. Here she comes. She takes the speed route. Lunny and scores! And the slow strut on the flyby. All knotted up. For Team USA, it's Josie St. Martin from Stillwater, Minnesota. 28 goals for Stillwater High this year. Here she comes. And rips it 5-hole. And USA back out to a shootout lead. So Canada needs to score, or this one is over for tonight. And for Canada, it's Piper Grober. 3 goals and 1 assist. And the Summer Showcase intra-squads. Cornell University commit. Grober. What a move! Backhand bunk! Upstairs where Grandma keeps the peanut butter cookies. Grober's got her hand in the jar. It's tied at 2. And here we go now. It's sudden death, 1v1. For Team USA, it's Lucia DiGirolamo from Woburn, Massachusetts. Headed to Princeton in a couple of years. DiGirolamo tries to go low blocker, and a nice save by the goaltender Clark. So Team Canada sends their captain out there. Jocelyn Amos got the tying goal in the dying seconds of the third period. And 12 from Strathroy, Ontario. The Ohio State commit looks to put an end to this one for the second shootout victory in the history of this event. Amos zips it and blocker save. Clean slate to the top of the batting order. Team USA is that is number 9. Rose Klein from Chicago. Played for Chicago Mission and U19 AAA this year. Also part of that USA Selects Team Gold program. And Klein is going to get sent back to the bench momentarily. All right, gives her a couple extra seconds to plan her attack. Line walks in, and a glove save by Clark. Took the left wing option, came across the net, but the trapper of Clark had the final word. And for Team Canada, for a victory on her stick is Mackenzie Alexander from Toronto. 10 goals for Etobicoke this year in the OWHA. Here she comes. Alexander, and on her edges, almost faked herself out as she lost the puck. You might want to make dinner. I don't know if you get a babysitter. This might be a while here. I did remember watching that 26-round shootout with the Rangers a number of years ago where Merrick Malik went through the legs. As the officials will confer for the appropriate player. Piper Grober. Back out again for Canada, and once you hit past that 3-round, you can return to the well as many times as you want. So Grober for Team Canada. It's 5 rounds, yep. Thank you, Chris Colwell, our statistician. Here's Grober, 1v1. Trying to fake out Bergman, but she had nothing to do with it. Thought she might have done the Todd Bertuzzi going the backward skate, the backhand move, but either way you look at it. Top of the order again, Team USA. It has Maggie Scannell, from Wine and Skill, New York, Shattuck St. Mary's product. Scannell, backhand, doink, off the post. And that leaves Team Canada with another opportunity to allow Sandra Persina to set up her gear on my table that I'm occupying right now. It's Abby Lunny, the North York product. A hush in this crowd. It's breathtaking almost. Lunny with speed, walking in. Lunny backhand, scores! And is that not the end of it? No, they're going to go another round. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to hear what my statistician Chris Colwell is telling me, but so we'll get Tabor a chance to answer. All right, after 5 rounds, you swap sides. Tabor loses the puck. And is that going to be the end? They blow it dead. An awkward end to an incredible game. Team Canada draws first blood in the 3-game series, 6-5 in a shootout. So Team USA scored on their first shot in the first period. Canada 3 unanswered. America 3 unanswered. Canada with 1. America with 1. Canada with 1 to tie it up and send it to overtime, which solved nothing. And then in a shootout, it is the home side who gets the victory. So the opening game goes to Team Canada on the Summer Series and the U18 level. Stay with us as Sandra Persino will bring you the National Women's Program version of this Summer Series. On behalf of Ron Radke, Chris Colwell, the owners of the company, Calvin Bellows, Corey Bro, and the entire staff at HN Live, I am Dave Dawson, saying thank you so much for watching this presentation of the 2022 Canada-USA Summer Series on HockeyCanada.ca in partnership with HN Live. So long from the Mark and McPhail Center.